Every single January, roughly 80% of people abandon their resolutions within the first 2 weeks. Not because they picked the wrong goal, not because they lacked information, not because life got too hard, because they tried to change who they were without first understanding why they stayed the same. Most people approach change backwards. They focus entirely on what they want to become and 0% on what is currently keeping them exactly where they are. And until you understand the second part, the staying same part, the first part is almost impossible. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what keeps most people stuck, and more importantly, the specific shift that separates the people who actually change from the people who spend years talking about it. This might be the most important video on this channel. Let us get into it. Here is something that will feel uncomfortable to hear. Most people do not actually want to change. They want the results of change without going through the process of becoming someone different. They want the body without the discipline of training. They want the money without the discomfort of risk. They want the confidence without the embarrassment of being bad at something first. And this is not a character flaw. This is literally how the human brain is wired. Your brain's primary job, above everything else, is to keep you safe and conserve energy. Change feels dangerous to the brain because it is unfamiliar. Unfamiliar means unpredictable. Unpredictable means potential threat. So every time you try to build a new habit or break an old pattern, your brain fires a signal that feels like resistance, like discomfort, like a quiet voice saying, just go back to what you know. Most people interpret that signal as a sign that they are not ready, or not capable, or that the goal is wrong, but that signal is not any of those things. It is just your brain doing its job. And once you understand that, you stop fighting yourself and start working with how you're actually built. Here's the deeper layer that almost nobody talks about. Your behavior is not just driven by your habits or your environment. It is driven by your identity, by the story you carry about who you are. If you have told yourself for years, consciously or not, that you're someone who struggles with money, your brain will find ways to confirm that story. If you believe you're someone who never finishes things, you will collect evidence for that belief every single day. This is called identity-based behavior, and it is the reason why most people can change for 2 weeks or 2 months and then drift right back to where they started. Because the behavior changed, but the identity underneath did not. James Clear puts it perfectly. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Not a big dramatic transformation, just a vote. One small action that says, this is who I am now. The people who change permanently are not more disciplined than you. They have just cast enough votes in the new direction that their identity began to shift. And once your identity shifts, the behavior stops feeling like effort. It just feels like being yourself. So what actually works? Here are the 4 things that research and real-world experience consistently show drive lasting change. 1. Make the new behavior as easy as possible to start, not easy to sustain, easy to start. The first 2 minutes of any habit determines whether it survives. If starting requires effort, the brain will avoid it. Make the start so small it feels almost pointless. That is the point. 1 page. 2. Change your environment before you try to change yourself. Willpower is unreliable. Environment is constant. If junk food is in your kitchen, you will eat it eventually. If your phone is on your desk, you will check it. If your running shoes are by the door, you're significantly more likely to use them. Design your space to make the right choice the easy choice. 3. Attach your new behavior to your existing identity in small ways. Do not say I'm trying to become a reader. Say I'm someone who reads, even if you have only done it twice. The language matters because your brain listens to your self-talk and builds accordingly. 4. Find one person who already is what you want to become and study how they think, not just what they do. Behavior follows belief. If you understand why they make the decisions they make, you can begin building the same internal framework rather than just copying the external actions.